Hey folks, how's it going? Dr. Spin. I got another album showdown for you guys. 2 albums by fantastic artists. Again, I would suggest both these albums, but only one of them could go on to be in my mid-year top 12 and, by extension, my end-of-year top 20. So, on the one hand, I've got Slothrust Parallel Timeline versus 88Kasyo Junrei's Gemna Taisai. Now, Slothrust is a female-led indie rock band, 4th album in, and my first experience with the band. And this particular version, I think, of the group is very dreamy, classic idea of this, again, this female-led indie pop along the lines of things like St. Vincent and Snail Mail. Great songs in this album, good performances, and a really nice atmosphere to the album overall as well. This is something I think is unique to this album in particular. People who have followed Slothrust for a while, as I've been reading up for this album, say this one's kind of a digression because it's less heavy and less aggressive than previous releases. And they kind of view that as a criticism, but it's one of the things that I think is a strength on the album. I really enjoy its texture, and again, the songwriting on here is really, really solid, with the exception of some kind of lyrics I think that maybe stick out as being a little bit too obvious. But overall, a great album. And that in comparison over here to this 88Kasyo Junrei album, Gemna Taisai, 88Kasyo Junrei is a group that I've been watching for the last couple of years, kind of been in orbit, listened to several of their albums now. This is the most recent release of theirs, but it's still, like, I think it's only 2019. But definitely from the other previous releases that I've heard from them, this is, I think, an evolution in their sound. Of course, it has that same really raw, psychedelic punk rock energy, sort of weird cross between, like, the Flaming Lips and, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, with a healthy dose of Japanese culture, both traditional and contemporary. I think a fan base that this would really appeal the most to is like Mars Volta, but with a lot better sense of humor, I think. They don't take themselves too seriously. And the block I've always had with 88Kasyo Junrei has been the language barrier, but I think this is an album where they've matured to the point where their internal chemistry allows them to transcend that language barrier. I don't really notice the lyrics, as much as I have on previous albums, and I just really enjoy the songwriting and the overall energy of the album. So, when you look at these two side by side, what's the conclusion we should come to? Well, if you look at the Slothrust album, I think it's really great. It's got good songwriting, maybe some slight flaws, but bigger picture, I think that this Gemna Taisai album is one of the best things I've heard from 88Kasyo Junrei so far. It's explosive, and it's fun, and it's energetic, and it's great to listen to. And as you delve deeper into it, I think that there's some philosophical aspects to it that, if you can kind of parse through some of the language stuff, is really there and makes them a pretty interesting listen. Agree or disagree, please sound off below, and then follow me over to my YouTube channel for deep dive reviews on classic albums and hidden gems.